Hello everyone. My live is starting. Hello everyone. How are you? So I do know that it's dinner time here on the East Coast, but I am trying to get back in the routine of doing lives, and I kind of got motivated. So I figured I'm going to come on live and talk to you about Magnolia. And also, I do promise I will get a schedule out there so you guys can know and follow along. But you can always watch the replay. But it is nice to have you guys here. Later on tonight, I will go live with the devotional. But right now, I want to talk to you about Magnolia Design Company. And I'm going to make a project for you. Well, to show you. Now, I haven't talked about Magnolia in a while. So, let's see. I just want to kind of review with you. So Magnolia Design is we have screened silk screen stencils, and then we have all different types of surfaces, and of course the chalk paste that go with it. And this here is the fall catalog that I'm going to be working in. You'll see me work throughout the month with it, and there is a craft club that you'll also see posted, and you can get that at a discount when we could talk about that later. But I just thought it would be nice to come on and do a little crafting with you since I haven't been here in a while. So we're going to work today with the Grateful Hearts Gather Here, and this is this one right here. This is a pretty big stencil. So this is a 15 by 15 stencil, and it's $26.49, and it's Gather Here, it's called. So let's have some fun. So what I've done is I've had some MDF boards, which are kind of like press boards that I've had around the house, but I'm pretty sure, let me see if they're in here. You can do this on a square surface. You can do it on a round surface. Let's see, I'm trying to see if we have any, what we have. So we have the chalkboard rounds. I think they show it in the kit with the 18-inch chalk board round. I would do it on the black one. And also, what the really cool thing is if when you buy the chalkboard round and you put the stencil on and you want to change it for the next season, then you can. All you have to do is wash it off. And that's one cool thing about chalk paste. All right, so I think, and I know it, I think the kit, I hate to say this because I just found out today, there is a DIY kit that you can purchase, but it is out of stock, I believe. But I was like, of course. But you can buy the stencil on its own, and that's what I did here. All right. So this is the brand new stencil that I received. And this is a big, oversized MDF board. I don't know that I would put it on such a big one. I might put it on a smaller one if I didn't have these. Okay, so we use chalk paste, and that's what's here. The really cool thing that they just started was they do sample paste. So instead of buying the whole big paste here, if you just wanted to buy the sample pack, this is the fall sample pack. It has 6 different washable paste colors in it, and that's what I'm going to use on several of my projects. You'll be amazed how many projects you can get from one packet. And then of course we use our squeegees. And so you do, I think I might, I say this, oh here, I'll do this. I think I want to just real quickly sand this down. Actually, I should go, because You want this as smooth as you can get it. And I did see some hairs in there, so I'm just going to give it a really quick sanding. Now I was going to do it in white, and then I was like, no, it's fall. So what I've used was a Cashew Waverly chalk paint on the base of this. And then, I forgot to grab my thing. Hold on. Always a hold on. When it's a new stencil, you want to fuzz it up a little bit so it doesn't stick so that's not so tacky. So you're going to use the whole thing, and we're going to put it back onto our white paper on the shiny side. So right now I'm just going to kind of let it, maybe give it a little swipe that way. I'm so happy to be crafting. I think my body naturally this time of year wants to do it anyway. All right. You're going to be amazed how easy this is and quick. But you know what? I'm going to turn on my glue gun. Let me turn it on. Okay. So now we're going to place it where you would like it with the sticky side down. And I'm going to go fairly in the middle, hopefully. Let me look on here. Close as the middle as I can get. Whenever I craft, I am never precise, and I just got to live with it. I might bring it down a little bit closer to the bottom because I want to put a bow on the top. So I think I actually will bring it on down. Let's see. That does not look. You can also use a ruler, which I think I might get out because I don't want it to be completely off. And kind of measure it up. We have about 1.5 inches there. I wasn't too off. All right. Now you're gonna press it down. I feel something here, so I'm gonna check it out. You're gonna just gently pull it up. I don't know what that was. There it is. That's something really little. Okay. Okay. And you're just going to gently go over it. So I think I'm going to do it how it's pictured here, but you can do it any way that you want with whatever colors you have. So I'm going to actually do the Grateful Hearts here in black. And you know what? Because as long as this is not ink, I'm going to just use this since I have it here and it's open. So I'm going to grab some ink. And if your ink seems like it's a little bit too stiff, you can spray it. I think this one's right though. You can spray it with a little bit of water. Oh my goodness, I haven't done this in a while. So beautiful. Oh no, beautiful. Grateful. And you want to do it with the squeegee side, the angled part, down. And you want to make sure you get everything. Get everything covered. If you're uncomfortable and you want to kind of like tape off an area when you're doing the one color, go right ahead. But I think I'm all right. We'll see. All right, grab some more. I got to pay attention to what I'm doing though, because a lot of times I won't pay attention. I'll just keep going. This is like if you are going to Thanksgiving dinner to a friend's house or your family and you want to give them a little something. You could do this on a pillow. You can do it on, like, oopsie. You could do it on a pillow. You can do it on, like I said, you can even do it on a candle. So I got a little bit here. I'm just going to take a wipe and wipe it away. I'm not too worried about it, but you can just go ahead and use a wipe and wipe it away. Keep wipes close by. Alright, I got a lot of... I just want to make sure that I got... What is that? Oh, here. Alright. Alright, so that would be my drop. I don't think I need that again. And in the fall sample packet, I got Orange Tiger. So I am going to use that, and I would like to do it on here. So you just open it up. Sorry, before you open it, you do want to kind of move it around, squish it, knead it. That's what you want to do. And you don't have to open the whole top. You can adjust, you know, could have opened just a little bit. But you can put this in a Ziploc bag and it'll stay. And if it seems like it's a little too thick, go ahead and you can add just a little bit of water. And I mean, that's a lot right there. Let me see if my spray bottle is here. So we have spray bottles that are like a mist that you can go ahead and spray it on and then mix it up. I don't know if I have any mixers close by, so I'll just use that's a little bit too much water. So yeah, you can see it. I just want to make sure you can see. You really don't want it watery. And doing this on a plate, a paper plate, or even a plastic bag like I am doing here, I'm just worried it might be a little too watery, so I'm going to add a little bit more. So do you see, can you see the difference? How like thick this one is? So you do want it pasty, but you want it to be movable. I find it very relaxing to do, and that's why I like to do it. But I am messy. I am messy with it. Okay. I could feel the chalk in there. It's cool. So I make sure that I keep a lot of wipes by. A lot of wipes handy. All right, here we go. Hopefully it's not too wet. And sometimes you might need to practice a little bit to figure out. So if you're just starting with chalks, you don't want to think you're going to be perfect, because you're not. Well, I mean, I guess you could be. But it's okay not to be perfect. You don't want to press too hard, because you don't want the ink to get, or the paste to get under the stencil in the spots that you don't want it to. So we're just going to gently go around. And like I said, you can tape it off. I would use painter's tape and tape off areas if you were afraid that you might get into areas you don't want, like I did. But I'm okay. I'm just going to make sure I fill it in there. I'm going to get rid of that black paint that I grabbed. And I'm going to go here. Gently going over it. So the really cool thing is this is a reusable stencil, so you can go use it several times. You just clean it with some water right after we're done here. And then you put it back on the white piece of paper that's the shiny. The shiny side. So this is a little tricky because I have to pay attention to what I'm doing. And I can use, so what I've done is I've taken one of these and I've cut it down to make a smaller one for this purpose right here. But we do have tools that are like kind of on a paintbrush handle that are squeegees that you can do intricate details. I don't have them right now, but I will show you later. Also, if you use the lighter color first and cover it with the darker color, you won't have to worry so much. Like here is going to be a darker green, so I'm not worrying so much about covering up my vine here, but I'm trying not to get my leaves. Okay. So it looks like I got everything, I think. And now I'm going to dive into the green. Grab another wipe. I'm just going to wipe this off with a wipe so I can reuse it. You want to make sure everything is off though. All the color is off. Okay, so brand new pack. You're going to need it. And this time I'm just going to cut the tip off because I don't want it to go all over the place like it was doing. So I'm just going to take my scissors and cut the corner off. I just think it's easier to dispense. Oh, my voice. It's easier to dispense and it doesn't go all over the place like the other one did. We're going to need quite a bit of this. We'll probably use maybe at least a third of it. I do need some water. So what's for dinner tonight? What are you guys having? And what are your plans? We're at the end, almost at the end of November. Isn't that crazy? October. And this is the perfect time to start doing crafting as for presents if you're one of those people who like to do that. I love to receive handmade gifts for Christmas. I love ornaments. You know, I love doing an ornament swap. Okay. Just make sure. We do have little spatulas, which I don't have, that you can use that makes this job a little easier. Okay, so now the fun part, just going through this whole big area. You don't want to wipe it off. You want to, you know. There we go. Kind of just going through, kind of going over a couple times. Making sure you're covering up all those areas. Now, if you had two color greens, there's no reason why you couldn't mix them either. I'm a little nervous. If I was doing this, oops, and not worrying about time, I might, grab some brown. Ow, I just got a pain in my thumb. But I'm just going to do it green. I'm going to grab my little one for in here. Just going around. I know, I picked the weirdest times to go live. I know. I promise I will get a schedule going. I'm getting better at that. I'm going to go back to my big one. And I'm keeping it fairly simple. I'm just using 3 basic colors. Add some more, I think. And like I said, this is in a kit, but I think the kit is out of stock at the moment, unfortunately. But you can purchase the stencils separate and use it on whatever surface you would like to. And a little more. Let's go up here. So it's not uncommon to have to squirt down the ink, even if it's in the bigger containers. All right, I think we got enough, and I think I got it all. So you want to look for white spots, because that means what? You got to cover it. Okay. I see a little white spot there. So you can pick it up and move it around. Look, there's this one little spot right here. Okay. All right, let's see how I did. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while. Hopefully, look, little white spot. Okay, let's see before it dries on there. So you can gently lift it up. You want to grab it from the corner. I think it's from the corner, I don't remember. And gently pull. And actually, I don't remember now. Don't quote me on that, because I don't remember it's from the corner or the side. I think it's the side. Well, it comes off fairly easy. It's a new stencil, so. Hey, Kevin, can you come here for a second? So I have a little mess up here, but I can always cover that with some paint. Can you just rinse it off for me, please, just with water?
Rinse it off.
Yep.
Just on one side?
Yes. No, just rinse. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to grab some of my paint and just touch it up a little bit there. Also, if I wanted to, I could cover this up and then come back and re-ink it by just using a paintbrush and a little bit of the orange ink and just kind of paint it on there. But how cute is that? here we go. Grateful are the hearts. Okay, so now I would like to, let me put that in there and get rid of this so I don't make a mess. It dries really quickly, but I'm going to just go ahead and give it a quick dry since I messed with that area. And this is going to be so simple. Watch, you'll see. I put my glue gun on, and I have some roping. And I did this in a project earlier in the year, I believe it was. And what I'm going to do is just use my glue gun. Hopefully I have enough glue. And I'm going to go around. I'm going to do it on the top. I'm going to kind of start towards the middle. And just glue around. Remember, I really need to clean my hands because I know what's going to happen right now. You do want to remember to put these in a bag, a plastic bag, because you can, like I said, reuse them. You have more chalk in there to use. So I'm making sure it's on the edge. Okay. So I will be on, I say so a lot. I don't know why I do that. I will be on later to do our devotional time. I'm going to shoot for 8 o'clock. How's that? This is going to bug me. I got to clean my finger off. I went to visit a friend this afternoon, and right after I painted this, and I was talking to her, and I looked down, and I had white paint all over my hands. Always paint on me. All right, good job. All right, I want to focus because I want to make sure this stays at the edge of the circle, the edge of the circle. Just be careful when you're hot gluing, especially if you're new to it. It burns. So you can spray this with a sealant if you'd like. I'd use a matte, that's what I use. Or you don't have to, either way. The really cool thing is if you want to do one thing on one side and then, uh-oh, is this going to be long enough? Oh no, it's too short. I wasn't paying attention. I got the short end of the rope. That's okay. This is just for me anyway. Forgot what I was saying. Oh, you could switch it from one side and flip it over and have a different design on the other. So you can have either two fall designs on one side, or you can do a fall and a winter or Christmas. This way you're using it for two projects. Get some glue. So I am going to top this with a rag dough. I can't believe I grabbed the shorter one. I have this big whole long one here. That's it. This is so easy. Even if you don't feel like you're a crafter, you can do it. It's just stenciling and gluing, and it looks like you hand painted it. So if you don't have these scissors, these are a great, I think, tool to have around. These are Tim Holtz. These are the lefty version. But these are iconic scissors, and they cut right through that roping. When you try to use regular roping, that doesn't work very well. All right. And I'm just going to put some more glue here. All right, let's set this aside for once. Actually, yeah, I'm going to let that dry. Well, I want to show you though. So I'm going to do another coat on here because I want to show you what I would do in this case. So I got rid of the black. I'm going to let this dry, set aside, and we're going to make a rag bow. I'm going to sneeze. You know it's not a cold when I sneeze 3 times. 3 times is the charm. All right, set that aside. And I'm just going to make a fun rag bow. Let's make sure none of this is wet. And by doing that, I'm going to use, I thought I had green. Hold on, I thought I had a green. All right, I'm going to use homespun. Homespun just is the fabric that has the print on both sides. This type is not a homespun. I think this is I forgot what it's called. This one is saved for later. So what I'm going to do is, this is something that a piece that I had from a previous craft that I did. So what I do is I just go and I rip about an inch. I think I'm going to do 4 strips. I'll make a noise out there. So I save my strips. Same thing with here. I'm going to do about an inch. Let me see something. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. You can cut them if you want, but I like to tear. I think I'm going to do 4 here too. So I just cut a little slit. And just tear it down. Okay. And do I want to use the black? Since I have this one, I don't think so, but I do have. Where did it go? Place them aside. Oh, here it is. I have a plain and then I have this acorn. And I think I'm going to do this acorn. I'm not sure that I think I could do it this way too. Yeah. I'm going to do 2. Alright, so let's see how it goes. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm going to start, I think, with this. And I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to twist in the middle I hear you, Ozzy. And go back and forth. Twist. I want the print to stay forward. Let's see. I think I'm going to cut it here. And then I'm going to add in. There's so many ways you can do this. You kind of just got to do what works for you. So I made a little hoop there, and I'm just letting the tail goes down. I want to do one on the other side. Okay, I'm going to grab some twine. Where's the end? Okay, and I'm going to wrap it around some of this bow. I'm going to keep the tails kind of long because I'm going to add to it. Okay. All right, so what I did was I looped and then twisted so that the fabric printed side stays up. I added, oh, I thought I added, got messed up here. Well, that's really tight. I'm just gonna add them here. So I only did like a half of one and added it to one side, and I'm gonna add it to the other side. This is a little confusing. I know I'm trying not to make it, but basically you can just, if you have the double-sided homespun, you can go back and forth and you don't have to worry about twisting it. And you can just put them all together, or you can do like I'm doing and just kind of layering them. It doesn't have to be neat. You don't want it to be neat. It's a rag ribbon, or rag bow, sorry. When you're not used to doing videos and teaching for a while, you kind of got to get back into the rhythm of it, and that's what I'm trying to do with you guys. And the other thing is if I don't like the way it looks like this, I can go ahead and actually even cut them, which I think I might do. But I'm not sure that I'm loving. Hold on. I think I want it cut. I'm cutting my loops. Oops. Yep. Then I shake it out. Let's cut these guys. I want it to look like a rag for sure. Okay, so there we got our little rag bow going. And I want to kind of let's see, I want to add some streamers. I don't want them really long, so let's see, this way. So I'm just going to add it to the middle because I'm going to tie it like I've been doing. So I'm adding it to the middle so I can tie it. Adding another one of these. Wait, I got confused myself here. Actually, I'm going to show you an easier way. So we're just going to take it and put it to the middle of where we want it to hang. So I want it to hang about that long. This is one side, this is the other. I'm almost done, woo woo. And I'm gonna grab this one and a little bit more of this one, and I think the other one. And you just kind of group them all together. I think I want a little, I'm almost done, hold on. Okay, so you just layer them and group them, and actually, you kind of get it to where you want it. I think I might add some twine to it. Maybe just a couple little strands of the twine. Cut a piece of twine. So you could do the same way with the bow instead of the way I showed you. What you would do is make shorter strands, tie them together, and then poof them out. You don't have to do it the way I just did it with this bow part. So what I'm saying is you can basically kind of like layer them, cut them to about the size that you want. So say I want the bow to be like 6 inches. I'll even measure it for you. About 7 inches. So you'll measure it and you'll cut pieces at the 7-inch length. Let's see if we can cut this one in half. Okay, so you'll go through and do that. You'll fold it in half and you'll tie it with, you can tie it with another piece of fabric or you can tie it with the twine, either way. The twine is easier, I think. But see, it kind of makes like its own little bow. So the more of the rags that you add, the bigger the bow is going to get. So that's an easier way for you to do it. The way I was doing it was me kind of thinking, thinking out loud. All right. And I guess I could add that too if I really wanted to, but I think this is thick enough. So I'm going to grab back my board. And if I had orange fabric, which I don't, I probably would add orange, but you could add like an orange flower or something like that. So what I would do is, I think I would glue, do I have this on still? What did I do with my glue gun? I'm going to glue the tails to the back of this. Just be very careful you don't burn yourself. Alright, so basically I've just done that. If you have string hanging, you can go ahead and cut them. And then you'll kind of find your center and then you'll glue it on. So there's my center. Put a nice amount of glue on there. Find my center with my bow, which is a little off, but that's okay. And glue it on. So to hang this, MDF board, you can use one of the big, I forgot what they're called, hole punches, from We Are Crafters. They have that big one that you can literally go through the MDF board, or you can add hangers to the back, or you can add the saw, what are they called? The little, they look like teeth hangers, kind of depending what you want to do with it. So I'm holding it up here. If something isn't laying the way you want it to do, guess what? You get to glue it. So say I want this to kind of show, because I want the acorns to show, I can add a little bit of glue, and that's going to stay there. Just be careful. And do the same thing here. I don't know if there's a football game over there tonight. Sounds like something, or they're practicing maybe. So you can make it a little wavy so it kind of stays in place. Maybe different directions. You get the idea. This way you know it's going to stay where you want it to be. All right. Again, this is part of the Magnolia Design Company stencils. This is a 15 by 15 stencil. It's actually in the kitchen right now getting washed. But how easy was that? You can trim it up. You can add more ribbon. You can add, I'm going to look around my house for something orange so I can add to it. But yeah, what do you guys think? That's going in my hallway or on my front door, one or the other. I like it. It's something unique, something that represents me. Oh, I want to show you. So, so you've made that mistake like I did. Let's see, that's off. So what you'll do is, I am such a messy crafter. Just grab a little bit of that orange chalk paste. And again, if it's too chalky, you want to go ahead and wet. So I'm going to grab my paper plate here. The other paper plate. Gosh, my dog scared the heck out of me. And I'm just going to add just a little bit. Okay. Now, this is kind of a thick paintbrush. You can use a thinner one if you need to, but I'm just going to go right in. And honestly, I probably didn't even have to do it, but I am going to go in there and just add the bottom part. He's barking because there's a child out front on his little, whatever that is, quad. And that's that. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. I look forward to seeing you guys. I will be back again tonight around 8 o'clock to do the devotional for those of you who do devotional with me. And this here is the stencil. So just showing you. All right, everyone have a great night, and I'll talk to you later.